and we're just going to be showing you how you get these tabs soldered up correctly, hopefully without too much problem. And with just some nice action, and it flows off the strip onto the actual square without too many problems. You don't want to use too much solder, otherwise you'll end up with a big mountain of it, and it won't sit flush when you come to put it onto the plexiglass in the next stage. That's perfect. That's pretty much how you want it each time, not too much, not too little, and it just doesn't give you any grief either. You don't need much solder. It actually has a little bit of solder on the actual strip for you to play with. But if that's not sufficient, just add some more as needed. And that is a solar cell done in a fairly good time, and with one more to go. Okay, so what you just saw then was we're finalising the array for being joined up at the top and the tail. This area here being the tail and this area here being the top. We're now going to get it onto a multimeter and see how the voltage is and the amperage is. Now, assuming we've got all our wiring configuration correct, it should work correctly and not result in
disaster.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting something. The wiring's not smoking or melting. Everything's in order. Fluctuating readings settling on 4.4. And obviously we're hitting cloud now, so we're going to lose a bit of...
This is under mainly fluorescent light.
Yeah.
So you'll not get a massive power output.
Yeah. Okay, just a little bit more about the panels. The panels are now configured onto the actual plexiglass, which is underneath my middle finger here. You've got the EVA solution material here, and this is what's going to actually hold the cells together. And with another sheet of EVA going on top of that, with heat applied. In this case, we were going to use a heat gun, but the hairdryer is just about the right heat and temperature. Thank you, assistant, to get the job done. Let's do it. Okay, so now we're just about to apply the heat to the solar array. We're using this heat gun, Black & Decker Finest, and it's going to be applying a good amount of heat, but hopefully not enough to warp or shrink the EVA too much. And it should adhere the bottom sheet onto the actual plexiglass and the top sheet onto the actual bottom sheet. Okay, so that's our first attempt ever at heat shrinking the EVA onto the panels and the plexiglass underneath. It's gone pretty well. The sides are fairly sealed, the panels are mostly sealed. In the middle we've been having nightmares because it just keeps ridging up, especially in this area here and this area here. We think it's something to do with the gap we've got between them, but you can't avoid that gap or the ridging, and when that happens the best thing to do is let it cool down. Or we are considering using a pin to pin through in the area. I'll try and highlight the area.
It's gone actually.
It's gone. I'll just zoom in, but you can see a slight ridge. Yeah, just where Gil's finger is, that's where the actual ridge is. And when you go to actually naturally put the heat on it to shrink it more, it'll actually form a crease line if you're not careful. So rather than having just a sharp crease line, which will cause problems when we go to put the plexiglass on it, we've just let it cool down and let it do its own thing. And that can just form a gentle rise rather than a sharp crease. Okay, that's our attempts at heat shrinking that have been mostly successful.